Hello everyone. Today, we will explore a strange and mysterious village, Zikul Village, Xi'an Province, China. This is a small village with only one resident, but it hides a horrifying story that many people have never heard. In an area of less than 1 kilometer, there are more than 3 million snakes of many different species, and this place has been considered the jewel of China's snake industry for thousands of years. Since the 1980s, this village has been responsible for 30% of the world's snake production. However, this is not the only place in China that breeds snakes. Guangdong Province is the country's largest snake exporting center, while Hebei Province is the main supplier for meat processing and medicinal purposes. Why is the snake farming industry so strong? There are many reasons. First, snake farming can generate up to 400,000 to 500,000 yuan, about $55,000 to $68,000 a year, making it an attractive profession in rural areas. Not only that, snake meat is also known for its high nutritional value, low in fat and high in protein, along with the ability to treat skin diseases such as eczema. In addition, in some cultures, snake bile and wine are considered valuable remedies for strengthening the kidneys and joints. It is because of these benefits that China's snake farming industry has become an economic powerhouse, with an estimated value of up to $12 million. A snake's journey begins with the incubation process. Female snakes must be 9 to 10 months old to be eligible to start breeding. The image of snakes mating is special. They intertwine in an S shape. To prevent them from eating their own eggs, the keeper must sew the snake's lips shut. After about 30 to 35 days, the female snake will lay 12 to 21 eggs at a time. After collecting the eggs, the keeper must do this manually every 2 hours. If the eggs are left in the cage for too long, they will die. The eggs are placed in boxes containing about 5 centimeters of sand, lined with a thin layer of cloth. Humidity is maintained at 25 to 30% and covered with a thin layer of sand. The incubation period lasts about 75 days, during which the eggs need to be checked regularly to ensure that no eggs are damaged. These activities are carried out according to strict procedures, including adjusting the humidity and temperature to about 80 degrees F 26 degrees C to recreate the natural habitat, thereby increasing fertility. As snakes grow, they will shed their skin. Signs that a snake is about to shed its skin include loss of appetite, lethargy, and increased aggression. The snake's eyes will also become cloudy as it searches for a hiding place. Baby snakes will begin to shed their old skin after 28 to 30 days, while larger snakes will shed their skin every 35 to 45 days, usually in the summer and fall. During this period, farmers will need to clean the cages regularly because the shed skins will be scattered all over the place. We are back with the newborn snakes. The farmer will need to carefully check the brooding box to make sure there are no eggs left. The snakes will then be moved into the cages. In this farm, about 80 snakes will be placed in a cage. Water will be provided immediately within a few days after they are removed from the brooding box. Baby snakes are usually fed small animals such as frogs and mice every 3 to 5 days. For example, farmers feed 51-month-old baby snakes about 0.5 kilogram of frogs every day. Adult snakes are kept in a 1.2-meter high cement cage to prevent them from escaping, with side doors and ventilation mesh. They are fed live and clean prey, such as baby mice and other small animals, to ensure optimal growth. 2 to 3 times a week, food is placed in the cage for the snakes to hunt for themselves. But on farms, some farmers still do manual feeding. They have direct contact, hand feeding each snake. Initially, the snakes can be aggressive, but with familiarity, they gradually adapt and can distinguish their familiar caretakers. To ensure safety, snake keepers must strictly follow safety rules when dealing with snakes. Feeders are always fixed people who have cared for the snakes since they were young and use protective gear and specialized tools. It is special that they never approach the snakes after wearing perfume or drinking alcohol, because changes in body odor can make the snakes more alert and react more strongly. During the raising process, cleaning the cages is a regular and important job. Although they are disease-resistant animals, snakes still need a clean environment and a clean water source for drinking and bathing. Snake droppings are dry and odorless, making them easier to care for and keep clean. When they reach their ideal size, the snakes are harvested. Males between 1 month and 1 year old, weighing at least 1.1 kilogram, are the main targets for meat, while females are usually kept for breeding. Every year, China harvests and processes about 14 to 18 million pounds of snakes, of which about 40% is used for food. One of the famous traditional dishes is snake soup, which is meticulously prepared and is said to prevent colds and increase longevity. Snake wine is also a particularly popular product, made from 67% snakes, including both venomous and non-venomous species, which have high medicinal value. The process of making snake wine is quite elaborate, including killing and cleaning the snake, often leaving the gallbladder and other parts. The snake is then placed in jars, and the winemaker will pour in rice wine or sticky rice wine with an alcohol concentration of 40 to 60%. The wine needs to be aged for at least 6 months, but the ideal time is over 3 years to fully extract the medicinal properties. Consumers usually consume 30 to 50 milliliters of snake wine per day, which is said to reduce arthritis and increase vitality. But it is worth noting that snake wine can cause many dangers if the snake has not been killed first. In some cases, the snake can survive and revive after being inactive for a long time, which poses a great danger to consumers. In 2023, a famous snake village in China sold more than 3 million snakes to pharmaceutical companies, which use the reptiles' gallbladders and skins to make nutritional supplements. These products are highly sought after in Japan, South Korea, the United States, and Europe. Perhaps the most valuable product from snakes is their venom, which is considered liquid gold in China. Dried snake venom can sell for 3,000 to 5,000 yuans per gram, about $450 to $750 depending on the species, as the harvesting process requires high skills and care. The worker must wear protective gear, then grab the snake's tail and use a stick to pin its head to the ground to easily squeeze the venom into a cup. That is why beginners often get into trouble and get bitten many times before mastering the technique. In the context of modern agricultural development, snake farming is attracting more and more attention. It is not only a significant source of income for farmers, but also an important part of Chinese culinary and medical culture. The journey of snake farming in China is not only a story about economics, but also a connection between tradition and modernity. Thank you for watching. If you find this video interesting, please subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss the latest videos. See you again in the next culinary journey.